Over time, different mediums have been used for storytelling, but the one that has proved to be the most impactful. Film has such a great impact on our minds that it could literally reveal our deepest desires. I'm sure we're beginning to wonder, what really are my deepest desires? But not to worry much, they are not that deep. We all grew up watching movies, or at least most of us. They were kind of what made our childhood fun. From cartoons like Ben 10, Super Mario, to movies like The Dark Knight Rises, Fantastic Four, Superman Returns, and a whole lot of movies. These opened our minds to a world of the bad guy and the good guy, the antagonist and the protagonist. That is one of the many ways in which movies actually reflect what happens in reality. At some point, there was this episode of Batman, the Brave and the Bold that I watched. This bad guy who could manipulate time. I wrote an exam and there was this question that I suddenly forgot the answer. And after I came out of the exam hall, I remembered the answer. You could call it my village people manipulating. Whatever you call it, trust me, if I could actually go back in time, I will surely change that answer and put the correct one. And this is just one of the many ways that superhero movies tap into our deepest desires to actually make positive impacts in the world. Because I actually didn't cheat. I'm just the guy who wanted to pass my exams back then. This idea of superheroes and superpowers may seem fictional or childish or just for entertainment reasons. But what you didn't know is that they actually originated from real life experiences. People trying to solve real life problems and give hope and inspire people, motivate them to do great things, to do bigger things than just themselves. They were a kind of motivation and inspiration back in the days. Although their reason of creation might have changed these past few years, but trust me, their point and origin actually came from real life problems and issues of mankind. Superman, one of the first superheroes ever created, was actually created by Jerry Siegel, and his main motive of creating that was during this anti-Semitism during the 1930s, and it led him to create this superhero, Superman. But the thing is that Superman actually did not come there physically with his suit and cape and all that to come and save them or to come and show up and fight their battles for them. But it kind of brought this sense of unity, this sense of hope for the Jews that time. It was the Germans that were actually oppressing the Jews. Superman actually was a character that brought hope and strength, and it began to inspire people to do bigger than themselves, to go beyond themselves. Another character that was actually created was Captain America. Captain America kind of represented the American dream. He was this perfect soldier. He could meet up anything, the super strength, the super speed. Captain America motivated not only soldiers to go beyond themselves and do bigger things and achieve greater goals, but it also motivated regular citizens. Because if you follow the Captain American story, well, you will see that he was actually a very regular and kind of tiny guy until he took that super soldier serum. He was like an epitome of values that the Americans wanted to imitate. The values of courage, of bravery, and a whole lot of admirable values. What that represented to me was that despite your circumstances, despite where you come from and the situations around you, or despite how you came into this world, you can still achieve greater things. But of course, it must not be a super soldier serum. It might be certain things that you go beyond. It might be that resilience. Of course, they are just fictional characters, but in real life, we know of people that have gone through great challenges and still emerged successfully. We might all be inspired, motivated, and pushed to do great things by these great superhero inspirations. Along the line, even after all these motivations and inspirations from our best superhero characters, we might still find ourselves broken along the way, or when we face a great challenge, we're not able to emerge successful. We begin to feel low self-esteem. That's where the superhero complex comes in. Yes, it is okay to push yourself beyond boundaries. Yes, it's okay to be inspired. It's okay to be motivated by these fictional characters and even real life inspirations. But we should always remember there's a thin line between resilience and the superhero complex. We should not allow that to blur our perception of fiction and reality. It might be that resilience that you have. It might be that grit that keeps you moving despite the challenges and circumstances around you. But one thing that you should remember is that superheroes are not just fictional characters with superpowers. They actually motivate us, inspire us to do bigger things, greater things, and to actualize ourselves and make a big mark in the world. A recap is we talked about the influence of movies on our minds, how superhero movies in specific are in fact inspired by real life events, which were the series of conflicts between countries in the past age. And we finally looked at how superhero movies tap inspiration from our deepest desires of achieving greatness despite the adversities we face. This led to the superhero complex, which is trying to be the hero in every situation and taking responsibility for those things you know you can't meet up. Finally, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.